Every so often, I like doing just a simple update video on everything that's happening in my personal life, personal projects, and whatever else that seems fit for the channel to kind of keep you in a loop on just a timeline of things. So it doesn't really make sense to watch this if you're a new viewer, but if you are, I'll try and fill you in. Also, I've been meaning to play Lawnmower Simulator since I saw XQC play it, so we're gonna also do that. Okay. Yeah, this is the lawnmower mowing. I just mowed mine yesterday and I'm kind of sad because I don't get to mow it again. So we'll see if this fills the void in my soul. So I'm pretty sure they wanted a blade height of 5 centimeters, we'll find out. So as we get started around the edge, I first want to talk about the YouTube channel itself. Still, it's like the most fun thing I do. I still really look forward to making just pretty much any various videos. And I always like trying new project ideas or like video ideas, but I'm realizing that I really like doing continual series. Can I get around this edge? I missed a little bit back here then. So for example, the series rating your reptile enclosures, I thought that was just going to be a one-off, but I actually ended up doing 7 of them. I'm not sure if the 7th one is public yet, but it'll be going up shortly if not. And the funny thing is, whenever you do like a series, people always comment how you're running out of ideas. What? People seem to act like if you do the same thing more than once, you're out of ideas. No, it's called a series. Have you never seen like a TV show? You take the same idea and then you do multiple of them. So I really like watching series on other people's channels. And really the only 2 series I have are, like there's the vlog series, but it's not quite the same. That's kind of just like documenting anything I personally do, I guess. I just missed the edge again. But the 2 big series on the channel are the unboxings, which even though there's only 6 of them, it's like the most successful on the channel, and then the rating your reptile stuff, which is also surprisingly successful, and I didn't think people would like this so much. Viewership wise and response wise, people seem to really be a fan of it, and I truly enjoy making those. And also financially, those help out a lot, because honestly, it doesn't take me that much time to make those videos. I literally just sit down, and it takes no more than an hour to record those. And then Justin, who edits many of the videos, he edits all of those. So I'm probably editing this one, but it's super useful being able to outsource that, and he's really great at it. So my hope every time I make a video is like, I hope I can turn this into a series. And normally I don't know how to or can't, just because it's not quite series worthy. Because most of my videos will be one-offs on specific reptiles, but I have more ideas I want to try out, and then if you like the response, I'd like to have more of that playlist style where it's not just one-off videos. And overall, the views on the channel are actually down quite a bit. I was averaging about 2 million views per month. Right now, I'm actually only getting 1 million views per month. I'm now done with the edge, so I'm gonna go back and forth. I'm not really, I'm not concerned about this. Of course, I always like seeing, Discord notifications. Of course, I always like seeing more views on videos, but I don't really stress out about it as much as other people do, partially because I do have other income streams. Of course, YouTube is my biggest, and so I literally need views to like pay my mortgage. So a couple years ago, I mentioned I was really going to try and kind of pivot the channel to be like 50-50 reptiles and unrelated, like non-reptile stuff. An example of this is my recent picking up my dream electric vehicle, which was a lawnmower. That video, it did not perform well compared to the others, and although I really want to do more of those styles of videos, it's not healthy for the channel because I do have to make the algorithm happy in order to keep growing, and the goal with that is really making sure every video performs as the best it possibly can, but I try not to take that too far to where it affects the quality. So yes, it is important that I make sure each video does well, but at the same time, I feel like I don't worry about that as much as many other channels do, because I don't want to take away from the quality or the fun and just go after views. I try to make it a balance. But with that said, it's really not good for me to do those kinds of videos for the channel. I really loved making the lawnmower video, but when YouTube sees that fewer people are engaged in that video, they might be wary about pushing future content to people. A great example is the wisdom teeth video, which was almost a year ago. I got my wisdom teeth out, and I recorded my experience after the drugs and after being under anesthesia for the first time. And I had a kind of colorful vocabulary in that video, and YouTube saw that, and all my videos after that totally tanked. Even though it was the same as my videos before, YouTube totally stopped pushing me out in people's recommendeds because that video was not very advertiser friendly. So I keep considering, should I start a second channel where I can just do whatever I want? I really want to. I have tons of videos that I would do truly just for fun and not worry about views at all. I'd tell you about it, so if you want other of my like personal projects and stuff, you can check it out. But if not, it's like whatever, because I'm just doing it for fun. The problem is the timing, and I do really want to do that, but I'm scared that it'll take away from this channel, because arguably, if I put all my effort into this channel and not any into the second, I could see higher results. I could grow quicker. Financially, there could be more money to play around with other projects. But at the same time, I don't want to totally burn out by not having fun elsewhere. I'm going to dip over here because I missed that little slice. Just turn off the blade and turn around. So I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I might. The thing is, I just have so little time, which is what I'll talk about later in this video. So yeah, channel-wise, I'm trucking along, making videos. I'm not posting as often as I want, but we'll see. I'll get there. There's so many videos I could make. It's literally just a timing thing. I've cut back my sleep a little bit. I've cut back other things. I've tried to do things more quickly, just so I can focus more on videos. But it's still kind of hard. So there might be a few other channel updates I forgot. But moving on to Emerald Scales, which if you are new, I've missed this slice as well. Wow, what is it? I'm going over a little. I should overlap more, now that I think of it. So Emerald Scales, that's emeraldscales.com, where you can send animals if you need to rehome an exotic reptile or amphibian. I take it in, care for it, and find it a new home. So every year, I've done it 2 years, I'll be doing it a third year. I've made a video at the end of that Emerald Scales year, and I break down the entire year in about an hour-long video, where I talk about all of the finances, every single number, everything I spent money on, where all the money came in, how many animals were sold, just every experience, and yeah, a really long timeline. And I really love making those, and I've outlined the first 6 months of that video, since June is now over. I mean, so is July, and August. Okay, basically I did the first half of the year, and I'll finish the second half at the end of December, or like in December. But I already know all of the numbers up till this point, and I'm not going to share them, of course. I don't want to spoil the video. What I will say is I feel like I've finally figured out the formula that works, and now what I need to do is scale up that formula. I won't say what the formula is yet, or how much it's made or whatever. I'll save that for the big video. But now my question is, okay, basically I was trying to do way too much the first couple years. Emerald Scales was trying to do too many things at once, and I was trying to work with too many people at once. I'm not very good at working with people yet. I still need a lot of practice there. And I've had people on payroll before. Currently, I don't have anyone on payroll because I have trouble figuring out what I need with Emerald Scales. For example, with the videos, I was like, all right, I need an editor. I'm not a very quick editor. I feel like I'm a good editor. I just don't. My time would be better going into making the videos and then having someone else edit them, at least some of them. And I knew exactly what I needed. I knew what style I was looking for. And it was, I think, partially just luck that Justin was one of the people that applied. There were tons of people that sent in their portfolios, basically, of video editing. And there were like 5 that I really liked. I mean, there were more than that like would have been great. But there's 5 that I was like, all right, I'll hire all 5 of these right now. I only needed one, sadly. And I went with Justin first, and he responded. And so I think it was a mix of luck of him being one of the people that applied, and also because I knew exactly what I was looking for. But with Emerald Scales, because I oftentimes don't know what I need, it's really hard to find the right people. Management is not something I'm very good at. I think I'm better at the creative side, I'm better at the marketing side, and like sales and stuff than I am managing people. And Emerald Scales is not big enough for a full team yet, so I'm not just really diving in. But the question is, how big should I grow it? That sounds weird to say, because of course you want it to be bigger, so yeah, just grow it. But the past few months, when I've been living at this new home, I really scaled things back, and I was like, to get settled in the home, to figure out what repairs need to be done, I'm just gonna keep it simple and only do like 20 animals at any given time. And it's been really nice because I can manage that. Just me and Alice can manage 20 animals at a time. I don't have to have other people come to the home and help care for the animals. It's pretty easy, it's pretty simple. and not too stressful. With that said, it's still taking so much of my time because I'm the one doing all the emails right now. There's a ton of unresponded to emails as we speak, and yes, I'm playing Lawnmower Simulator instead. But it's actually because I'm making a video. Basically, there's just too much on my plate, and I know that, and I really need to get more help. I just have trouble knowing exactly what kind of help I need, and even just how to pay and stuff. Because I used to only pay hourly, which hourly kind of sucks. Like, it makes sense if you are working somewhere that just takes your time and not much else. Like, say, if I owned a gas station, I would just want to pay the people hourly. I wouldn't want to pay them per customer that uses a cash register and stuff. It's because they have to be there and they have to stand and work in there. But for example, with email support, when I pay hourly, I've paid 2 people to do email support, and they work at drastically different paces. One worked at a pace where it was unfair on my side, and I was paying them too much for too few emails being done. And the other one, they were working too quickly, and it wasn't fair on their side, and I was paying them too little. And so I'm trying to figure out the best way I can pay people to do things like that. Because Emerald Scales is still so small, I can't support people full. I've only had 1 full-time employee before, or I guess 2, but I've only had 1 employee full-time. I've only ever had 1 full-time employee at a time, which would be 40 hours a week, because that's about how much I can outsource. And so I would say what I would like to do is just have one person be full-time, but then when the times that there is less to do, it's kind of weird, because then it's like, well, there's not many animals right now. We have nothing here. I only have like 5 hours of work for you this week. And then another week it might be like, all right, I've got 60 hours of work for you to do. So it's just it's a weird job. Working for me is going to be odd, no matter what, because things are still so new. In my eyes, Emerald Scales is not actually a business. It's simply a section of my YouTube channel in a way, because that's the best thing about Emerald Scales is it supplements the channel. I certainly still hope it'll be considered a business in the future in my eyes, but I don't see it at that point right now. So yeah, it's like a matter of how big do I grow it? Because I still don't really know how to hire people for it. The hardest part really is you can essentially see it as the same business model of, like, think used cars in a way. It's a weird comparison, but like, let's say CarMax. They buy the car from you, they might fix it up a bit, and then they sell it to someone else at a higher markup. That's kind of what Emerald Scales does, but with living animals. But the thing is, once CarMax buys and fixes a car, it can just sit on their lot for however long. They just need space to put it. I missed another spot. But with Emerald Scales, you can't just have an animal sit in a warehouse or sit on a shelf. It has to be cared for and kept alive and kept happy and healthy until it finds a new home. And the quality can go down, so maybe an animal ends up getting sick. It just happens, even if they're cared for well. An animal can end up being ill, and then you have to pull it from the site. If someone's already trying to buy it, you might have to say, actually, we can't give you this animal yet. There's just so many little things that makes it a lot more complicated. So, of course, I'll get into this more in that other video, but just give you an idea of why basically I'm trying to do everything myself, not because I'm a perfectionist and not because I'm a micromanager, because I truly don't think I am. Maybe I am, and I don't realize it. I don't think I am, though. But the thing is, I want to do everything so that I know exactly how I need someone else to do it. Because sometimes I'm be like, all right, I need this thing done. I don't know how to do it. Can you do it? And then they're like, I don't know how either, and then it doesn't go well. So what I'm trying to do is learning everything myself, and then once I have a perfect system, then I can have someone else do it. At the same time, I really like privacy. Privacy is extremely important to me, and I just don't like people having to come into my house to work. But at the same time, I just kind of have to suck it up sometimes, and so we'll see. If I do end up outsourcing, I'll probably do the digital stuff first, but maybe I'd have just one person that does the digital and the physical. So basically, with the idea of the whole formula of Emerald Scales is I know about how much money I make per transaction, and I know how much I would make if I scale it. I just don't know how quick to scale it, and that's the hard part. So that's what I'm trying to figure out, and that's why Emerald Scales might seem like it's at a bit of a standstill. It's because I'm really just doing a lot of back-end stuff. I'm still taking animals at a slow pace. What I might do is, right now I'm just using a bedroom, and that's it. It's just one bedroom. When new animals come in, I keep them in the literal bedroom because it's a bigger master bedroom, so they can be separated in a quarantine fashion and make sure that they are good to go with the other animals. Then once they are, they go into the other bedroom where the healthy, ready animals go, and they can be listed and stuff. I'm thinking maybe I should try and convert the garage into emerald scales as a bigger space, because it's a 2-car garage. Even though I want to be able to park the cars there and keep them safe and protected, it's probably better to focus on scaling emerald scales. It's a weird term, scaling emerald. How many times have I said scale in this video? I've already tried doing that, because I actually made some of the recent videos in my garage, the ones where everyone complained about the lighting and echo and audio. Those were the ones filmed in the garage, and it was so hot that I couldn't film for more than about 15 minutes because I'd start sweating and my face would be all shiny in the video. So basically, I need to figure out how to insulate the garage. That's pretty much it. It has electricity, and it has space, and it has lighting already. It just needs insulation. So I could totally replace the garage door, but I don't want to do that because I want a garage door. Like I still want to be able to work on cars in there when I'm doing various projects on them, even from cleaning and detailing them to vinyl wrapping them. Personal car stuff I do. So I tried insulating just the garage door, but there's too many cracks in it, like around the edge. So we'll see. That's what I'm trying to figure out. And at that point, if I turned emerald scales, if I turn the garage into a bigger, super well-made warehouse, like it's clean, it looks nice, it's comfortable for the animals, and it's totally adequate husbandry, I think that would be the best bet. And I'd be able to make more unboxing videos, because if I do an unboxing that has 25 animals, I have to care for those animals. I can't just send them back. I have to get the animals in. A lot of them will be unhealthy. They have to sit here for a long time. They have to be cared for. I have to list them on the site, verify an owner, and then ship it out on a safe day. And it can take months per animal. So I can't do an unboxing every week because I can't just toss the animals afterwards like I can, say, the TJ Maxx enclosure I did for the leopard geckos. Like, oh, video idea, make an enclosure, and then I don't need the enclosure. I can literally just get rid of it. Or rating the reptile stuff on Instagram, I just close the tabs afterwards. I don't have to care for the Instagram posts after the fact. So that's the whole thing there. Again, I might have forgotten some stuff with emerald scales, but I'll move on to the next, which is the house. I've now owned a house. Well, the bank owns it until I pay off the mortgage, but I'm not renting for over 4 months. And it's a great experience. I love not having a landlord, but oh my god, this house has problems. This is the biggest reason there have not been videos. Not emerald scales, not customer support, not other personal reasons. Literally just the house has so many problems. So I'm constantly getting quotes for stuff, constantly contacting contractors. Right now, the water became completely contaminated because I'm on a well, and I'm having to get a full water system installed. The best one that I need, I used a lot of different quotes. I contacted a lot of different people to make sure it's the best possible, and it's almost $7,000. It's going to take them a whole day to install it all, and the water was unusable for about 2 weeks. So, that was I did not shower very often for a bit, but I can shower now because the water is not as bad. But yeah, the water is almost acidic to the point of being considered acid rain, and there's a lot of contaminants in it. So there's some things when I moved in, like the inspector, of course, inspected the house to make sure it's good, and he found a ton of issues that I knew were going to happen. Like the moment I moved in, I had to get a new water heater, which I had already expected. I also expected knowing I'd have to replace the windows, because most of the windows are breaking and need to be replaced just because they're old. Because it's a bit of an older house, it's not too old, but there's a lot of stuff I did not expect. The refrigerator broke almost immediately, so I had to get a new fridge. And the dishwasher was terrible, so I had to get a new dishwasher, because I don't have time to hand wash everything. I already had a washer dryer and stuff, luckily. The stove was partially broken, which I can live with. The well pump is about to fail and needs to be replaced. There was also another issue with the pump that I was able to get fixed without replacing it. The exterior has issues. I ran into some electrical issues, and yeah, it keeps on piling up. So that's That's the biggest reason. If the house was perfect and there were no house problems at all, there would be a video like every 3 days or every other day even. But I'm having to just do so much work around the house. I'm trying to do a lot myself. I've done some little things for fun, like painting some rooms and redoing some stuff. But so it's just a matter of like what's gonna go wrong next. But I can't complain. At least I got the house. I was extremely lucky to be able to find this one. It's the first home I looked at, the very first one I toured, the very first day I started house shopping, and I was like, whatever, I'll buy it. Because it checked enough of the boxes to be suitable. And ultimately, I am quite happy with it, but it needs a lot of TLC. I think there's also some plumbing issues now that I think of it, and I'm worried about the septic tank. It's showing signs of either just needing to be pumped or total failure. But I think I'm gonna try and do a DIY inspection, and if I'm not totally sure, then I'm gonna just pay for an inspection because I don't want my yard to explode. But I'm trying to care for it well, okay? I'm doing my best. So ultimately, I don't have any huge projects like that I'm looking forward to specifically or that I'm hoping to work towards. Sure, there's some far off stuff I'd like to do, but right now I'm basically just resaving up my money because the down payment was rough, obviously, and I want to take it easy, relax a little bit, just make some fun videos that you still like and that still help the channel continue to grow. And then, yeah, the biggest thing is I want Emerald Scales to be more self-sustainable because I ultimately, through 2020, I was still like, yeah, Emerald Scales probably won't work out. It'll probably disappear in a couple years. If you asked me right now, I would say it's more likely for Emerald Scales to be more sustainable. And I can't sustain how I'm doing it right now. If you're waiting for an email response from me, I'm not slacking. I don't have the time. It's still on me totally, so it's fine that you're upset. I understand. I would be too. But I'm working on that, and I'll be outsourcing as much as I can soon. I'm just not good at reading people, and I have trouble finding the best people for the jobs. I'm not going to increase the number of animals until I do have more help, because I don't want to get overwhelmed like I have in the past. Yeah, there's a ton of videos that I said that was coming and have not come. People are probably wondering, like, where's the videos? I have updates on some animals that I did past videos on, including the ball python that was returned, paperclip, the the panther chameleon, there was another one. It's sitting in the room right now. What was it? I don't know. There's a few others that I said I was going to do like a part 2. Oh, the gecko with the massive head. That's what I was thinking of. So yeah. But the thing is, they just all take so much time to outline because I don't write scripts. I just write outlines and then, yeah, kind of like how I'm doing now. I just have some bullet points. And I'm almost done with this yard, I just realized. And I want to have some more free time. So that's my motivation, is get more help and figure out how much I'm going to scale stuff. I'm not even big into games. I'm not good at playing games. So, generally speaking, I like using my time elsewhere. But I will admit, I want to play Forza Horizon 5. Did I miss all these spots? Which is coming out in like a month. So. But yeah, I'm glad that I always appreciate your feedback, whether it's positive or negative on videos. It helps to know what bores you and what doesn't. Because honestly, I don't really know what people want all the time. Cutting complete. Oh, I was done? Oh, I'm done. And yeah, so I don't consume the content that I make, which makes it sometimes hard to know what I should be making. So it's your feedback that helps the most there. So if you have any just random one-off ideas, series ideas, whatever, I'm curious. But this is perfect timing because those were the updates I wanted to talk about. Look at that land. Look at that yard. Oh, wait, I forgot the entrance there. Apparently I'm done, though. Guess that was good enough. I guess there's no weed whacker. And there we go, my first ever lawn mowing contract. I actually got offered, someone offered to pay me to mow their lawn. Originally, I was like, oh, I'll do it, but the time's just not worth it. I don't have the time. So those are overall the updates on the channel. I'm looking for just what works, what doesn't. Overall, I'm going to try and refine this channel just to reptile-related content, as I play a lawnmower simulator, of course. And then maybe I'll make another channel. It can be like my reward. Like if I outsource enough stuff, I get to make another channel. And in regards to Emerald Scales, I feel like I've figured out what works and what doesn't. I've simplified, I've lessened the expenses. Now it's just a matter of multiplying it. But to multiply Emerald Scales, I need to multiply the people. And yeah, I'll keep you updated on that. With regards to the house, the water system will be in a few weeks. Also my car is having a lot of problems, so that's going in for service again. for like the 4th time. And once I am comfortable and know that the house isn't about to crumble around me, I can breathe and work on more stuff. Yeah, thanks. Also, if you enjoy the longer form videos like this, like in other words, if you watch this video to this point, you'd probably enjoy content on my Patreon. It's $5 a month, and I've started a podcast kind of. I just talk into my phone for an hour, kind of like this, with updates, whatever's on my mind, questions you have. I've done 3 or 4 so far, and I'll continue doing those. I've gotten great feedback on them, so you can check that out. Emerald Scales, if you want an animal, there's not many available right now. I don't know if there's any. There might be like 2 on the site as I record this. I'm working on it. The weather was really bad, so I couldn't ship anything out, but animals are shipping out next week, and I'll be able to take more in. I just filmed like a little unboxing of just one animal. It might already be up also, depending on when I upload this, but that's that. So, yeah, thanks for listening, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.